You know where we're going, Mother?
Onwards.
Yes, but where to?
The next village.
I wish we could rest up a bit.
We will, before long.
We don't even know where he is. We don't know if we're going towards him or away from him or what.
But we'll have to find him, Elizabeth Jane, no matter how long it takes.
Do you remember this road? Do you know where we are?
We'll have to find lodging soon, Michael. There. Elizabeth Jane will be wanting her food before long. It's all right, my baby. There. All right, my love.
Mother? Mother?
What?
You didn't hear a word I said, did you? You didn't hear a single word.
No, I was thinking.
Are you feeling all right, Mother?
Yes.
You were thinking about poor father, weren't you?
Yes, Elizabeth Jane. In a way, I was.
You mustn't upset yourself.
No.
Father would have wanted us to do what we're doing.
Dead and drowned and can't tell us yes or no or nothing.
Look, a signpost.
Well, look, Michael, we've still got to go a couple of miles.
Any trade doing here? Hay trussing, that sort of job.
Ain't nothing like that, no.
Is there a house to let up ahead? A small cottage, just builded.
They be pulling houses down nowadays, not building them. And folk nowhere to go.
And no work, eh?
No work, no.
I was told back up the road a bit, there's a fair or such like in the village.
'Tis fair day. Getting money from children and fools.
I be tired, Michael. And Elizabeth Jane wants feeding.
Michael Henchard wants working.
Why are we wasting our time here, Mother? I thought you wanted to get on further.
I wanted to come here.
Here, why?
It was here I first met Newt.
First met Father here.
On a day such as this.
Well, wasn't he a sailor in those days?
He was always a sailor.
Then who are you looking for? Father can't be here when he's at the bottom of the sea.
It was here I last saw that relation we tried to find.
Mr. Henchard?
Michael Henchard. I last saw him at this fair.
Well, he won't be here now, will he? Did he ever know me, Mother?
Who?
This Mr. Henchard?
Of course not.
People come and go, Mother. It's not much use looking here for him after all this time.
I'm not so sure, though. I think I... Wait here, Elizabeth Jane.
Mother?
No. Wait here.
Come on in, dear. Good fare, dear.
Well, just a taste, then.
There. They're the well of good, that well.
You are Mrs. Goodenough.
That I be.
Didn't you once have a bigger tent than this?
Oh, right, pavilion tent. Aye. The attraction of the fair.
You'll have seen all sorts of things, then.
Oh, nobody could come. Nobody could go. We out having a taste of Mrs. Goodenough's furmity.
A drop of the other, missus.
A drop more, there's me.
Well, I need perking up a bit, see? Don't let the wife see the bottle. Upstairs, Daisy.
Oh, don't, Michael.
Go what?
Don't drink no more of that rum. You know how bad it takes you.
Oh, shut up, for pity's sake. Hey, you want to think I had too much?
You have. You know you have.
And been I titled to, eh? Walking all day. And for what? Damo!
What about our lodging? We'll have trouble finding it if we don't go soon.
Now, what's the odds? And no work here anyway.
We've got to find lodging. Think of Elizabeth Jane.
On your feet all day. For what, eh? For what?
Stop shouting.
Oh, listen to it. Just listen to it. Don't give you a chance, women don't.
Always the same on a fair day.
Aye. Or on a fouling.
Say you're fireman. That's a good night.
True, though. It's true. Women can bring a man down.
You think so?
I know so.
I got married 18, fool I was. This is a consequence on it.
You've been the first, neither.
And many another's done just as bad.
Women can bring a man down now. I ain't no doubt about that.
Aye. Sometimes.
Always.
It'll be, they were selling horses. Been they outside? Them gypsy fellas selling horses.
Horses?
Horses that them don't want.
What about it, then?
Come on, Michael. Have you finished?
So I don't see why men has got wives and they don't want them.
More than half, I'd say.
Listen now, horses. I don't see why men shouldn't get rid of their wives the same way as these gypsy fellas get rid of their horses. Hey, hey!
Put them up for auction, do you mean?
And every time. Just like no loss.
Aren't you rum talking?
Auction them, I. Wait, I sell mine this minute.
Michael.
If anyone would have it.
Oh, there's them as would, too.
Blowing yours there, John?
How much?
How much? Well, now, how much? Well, now, I'll be up to any one on you, eh?
What about the baby?
Baby and all. Come on then. Oh, bid for me. Oh, which one you'll start bidding?
Sit down, Michael.
Oh, John.
A joke's a joke, but you'll make it once too often, mind.
Aye. Oh, if I were a free man again, eh? Why, I challenge all England in the further business. And if I were a free man again, I'd be worth £1,000. What are you all laughing at?
Stop making a fool of yourself, Mike. Sit down or as I stand up alongside thee.
Hey, what about it, folks? What about it? Now, this woman here, stand up here, see if I care. This woman here, she ain't no good to me. I don't love her. Any jack ragged Tom Straw among you buy my goods, eh? What am I offer?
5 shillings?
No insults now. No call for that. Serious. Serious offers if you please. How anybody buy her? Anybody at all?
I don't want to be sold.
Yes, I do. I wish somebody'd make the right offer. I'm sick of this nonsense.
Sit down.
I will when you do.
Say now. It's an agreement to part. It's simple as scripture history. I want to sell her. I don't want to go. See there, Susan, you stand up there, eh? Stand up there and show this now.
Don't, my child. Your good man don't know what he's saying.
It is the rum talk.
I knew right enough. There, who'll be auctioneer?
I be.
Right, now, see now. Oh, well, now, you do. You get the officer. Do it proper now.
All right. Come on, let's have a bit of order. Serious business.
Right.
Now then, that's better. Now, you all see the goods, so who'll start? Who'll begin? Now, who'll say 1 guinea?
Hey, set it up higher. I ain't got but 15 shilling in the whole world.
All right then. Let's try 3 guineas. Come along now, but you see what the lady's worth? Who'll offer me 3 guineas?
Hey, tell you what. Can I tell you why? I'll sell her for 5 guineas. 5 guineas to any man here who put the money in my hand right here and now. I know treat her right. But I shan't go for less.
5 guineas?
Hey, says in house. Do you agree?
Oh, I thought this was just a bit of fun.
Fun? Fun? What do you mean? Fun?
Are you serious, are you?
It's been done before. Isn't the first time a wife's been put up for sale.
See down. There, you get the office auctioneer and sit yourself down.
Well, he wants me to be the auctioneer.
Hey, 5 guineas is 5 guineas. Last time other goods will be withdrawn. 5 guineas, yes or no? 5 guineas. Who's going to offer me 5 guineas, eh?
I will.
Who's that? What's his name?
The name's Newson. And I'm saying yes.
You say you buy it?
That's what I'm saying.
Saying is one thing. Paying's another.
I have got the money.
Who is it then? 5 guineas in my hand. 5 guineas, yeah, in my hand.
£5.
Guineas, I say guineas.
guineas.
If you lay a finger on that money, Michael Henchard, this girl and me'll go with him on.
Who'll keep out of it? I take money. So it takes you. Plain enough.
Only if the young woman is willing. I wouldn't hurt her feelings.
She's willing.
You swear to that?
Michael?
He asked you a question.
I do, I swear it.
That's it then. Bargain's complete.
Come along. The little and two, the more the merrier.
Mike, I've lived with thee for a couple of years now, and I had nothing but temper all the time. Well, now I'm no more to thee. I'll try my luck elsewhere.
Hey! Hey,
Goodbye.
Don't worry, not lady. Don't cry, there's no need to.
Why, Sheila? Hey! Has she gone?
Aye, she's gone right enough. You silly fool.
Susan. Hey? Elizabeth, yeah?
Got the money, though.
What?
And got your ring back.
What have I done? Oh. Oh, Susan.
I heard tell it was 18 years ago, the selling of the wife.
The selling.
Wasn't it?
A man in a cord jacket
And a basket of tools.
and a basket of tools.
So I heard tell.
Oh, Lord's my life. We fairground people don't get headroom, we don't. Not such as that. Only reason I can mind the man is, he come back the next fair and, what was it now?
He said something?
If ever a woman was to come asking after him, we was to say he'd gone to some place. Oh, Lord's my life. We shouldn't have thought of it again.
Can you remember what place it was?
Why?
Oh, well, such a strange tale.
Oh, it's a long way off. Where was it now? Casterbridge, I think. That's the place. Said he'd gone to Casterbridge. Oh, a long, long way from here.
And many years ago.
You sure you wouldn't like 2 penn'orth of rum in that? You look as though you need it.
Have you learned it yet? I don't drink. I never touch a drop. Never.
But it be loyal toast, Mr. Mayor, sir.
I said I don't drink. And that's a gospel oath. You know what that means, do you?
Yes, Mr. Henchard. Sorry.
I swore it many a year ago. And I ain't let a drop pass my lips since. So, take it away. Take it away. I'll make do with water.
you be then, missus? Casterbridge?
Thank you. Very kind of you to help us on our journey. Careful, Mother.
Is this the only place to stay in Casterbridge?
No, but for two ladies on their own, well, I thought...
Too good for us. We can't meet it.
But we must be respectable in case of... Does thou know of a Mr. Henchard in this town, sir? A Mr. Michael Henchard?
No, I should say I do.
Why? Is he in some sort of trouble?
I'd have worked for Mr. Henchard.
Does he employ men, then?
Well, you must have come a good old way not to know such a thing as that.
Well, he has a business here, then, does he?
That's a business. Why, there's never a big dealing in wheat, hay, barley, oats, roots, and such like, but the mayor of Casterbridge have got a hand in it.
I challenge England in the fodder business. And if I were a free man again, I'd be worth £1,000 before I done.
You better go on in and find somewhere to lie down, ma'am.
Mother, what is it?
I'm just a bit tired. I don't know.
Here, let me take their bundle of urine into the King's Arms. You'd look wore out.
Come on now, Mother. Got here at last. You just need a good sleep in a comfortable bed. Thank you. Thank you very much. I can manage now.
Right you are, miss. You go in right down the passageway past the assembly rooms. Have him got a business.
No, Elizabeth, Jane.
You're getting the wine now.
We can't. We haven't the money.
If we can't afford it, then we won't stay more than a night. But you've got to rest, whether or no. What is it?
I look so old. So old.
It's all the traveling we've done. You'll feel better by the morning. Mother?
No, you know what I'm going to say. It's not much point in my saying it. But I'm on my feet.
The man who's talking at the top of the table with the gold chain.
The gold chain?
Oh, you know, there's been a lot of talk here
let him
about the quality of the corn. I'm not responsible for the weather. I know some of you think so, but I don't. You got to bear in mind that the weather just at harvest time was worse than we've had it for many a good year. So anyone who's got any complaints should do better to put them to me to my face. However, I have mended my business arrangements on account of it. I found the business too large for me to look after by myself alone, so I've advertised about. And I've engaged a thorough man as manager of the corn department, buying, selling, all of it. As a matter of fact, I've asked him along here this evening. He starts on Monday, but, well, you can meet him before then. A thorough good fellow. That man at the far end of the table there, Mr. Donald Farfrae, a Scotsman. He's a long way from home, but he knows his corn as well as his oats. Yes. Mr. Farfrae was on his way to ship at Bristol, off to America, when I waylaid him the other evening, after listening to the way he talked about wheat. A man of science. And that's how it should be, gentlemen, in the business life and in the general life of Casterbridge. You find out what's wrong, or who's wrong, and what's to be done, and then put it right.
Oh, what a fine gentleman he is, isn't he? Well, look at his studs. They shine like diamonds. Perhaps they are diamonds. How strange that we should be related to a man like that. When will you call on him, Mother?
I don't know.
What is it? What's happened? Why are you so down?
I don't know what to do.
Sorry, are you feeling ill? I was so excited, chattering on.
I've seen him. And that is enough for me.
Enough? Just to see him?
You don't understand.
Not meet with him. After all these weeks and weeks and weeks on the road looking here, there, and everywhere for him.
I don't think I can ever meet Mr. Henchard. He's not how I thought he would be. He overpowers me.
Shall I go down and see if I can get you a hot drink?
Oh, we can't afford it. We shouldn't be in this place. We haven't the means.
But if this Mr. Henchard is our relative...
I don't think I can ever meet Mr. Henchard.
Why have we come then?
Oh, it is a mistake.
Mother.
I can't explain.
Well, what's wrong?
He is not how I thought he would be. I cannot go and meet him.
You're afraid of him? Oh, but he looks such a generous man with his studs and his gold chain. Well, isn't he a relation of yours?
Yes. Well, yes.
And I'm not afraid of him. I'll go and see him. All he can say is he doesn't want to know us because we're poor. Oh, I don't understand. I just don't understand. Why are we in this state? Oh, how I wish poor Father's ship hadn't gone down.
Don't! Oh!
Mother. You're worn out. Walking and traveling. And worrying. I've seen you change over these months. It's because we've reached our journey's end. That's why you feel so down.
I suppose you could go to him with a message, now that we've come this far.
But it's you he knows, Mother.
I write and say that his relative, Susan Houston, a sailor's widow, is in town, and then that would leave it up to him then, wouldn't it?
And if he wants to see you?
Well, then he can write me a note too, saying how and when he will meet us. Or me.
I'll go and see him in the morning. There's no need to write a note.
You'll have to tell him that I fully know I have no claim upon him.
Yes, yes.
And that I'm glad to hear that he's thriving, and that if he'd rather we didn't intrude on his position here in Casterbridge, well, then we'll leave the town as quiet as we've come.
And do what? What do we do then, Mother?
Hope to die.
There's an eye that ever weeps, and the fair face will be fair as I pass through Arnhem water with my Bonnie's hand again.
If you're nae finished, Mr. Henchard,
Well, now. You heard the talk last night, eh?
Aye.
The corn is bad this year, I got to admit it. So you say you've got some renovating process that'll bring it back nearer the mark, eh? Well, I'll bless the day you came.
These, few grains will be sufficient to show you. Taste it, man.
You've been at work on it already, Donald?
That's what you hired me for, sir. I'm no one for delay.
'Tis complete. It's quite restored. Oh, well, nearly, eh?
Quite restored enough to make good seconds out of it.
Good. Ha! Good! You must be what, eh? 5'9" or 10. Well, I be 6'1½", out of my shoes. Ha! What of that, eh? 'Tis true in my business, 'tis strength and bustle build up a firm, but 'tis knowledge and judgment that keep it established, eh?
Aye, that is so.
I'm bad at science, Farfrae bad at figures. I'm a rule of thumb sort of man, eh? I was brought up a hay trusser and, well, hay is what I understand best. Now, you shall manage the corn department entirely. I'll not interfere.
You're very liberal, very liberal indeed, Mr. Henchard.
Well, business is getting a bit big for me, and, well, you come at the right time, Donald.
Aye, 'tis the way of fate.
My domestic life, been a bit lonely. I been thinking of marrying.
Oh, well, that's...
Yeah, I've been alone too long, and I sometimes get these gloomy fits, where the old world seems as black as... You know what I mean?
No, I never feel like that.
Then pray to God you never may, young man.
Aye, I think I better. You know, I can be the most distant fellow in the world when I don't care for a man. But if a man takes my fancy, he takes it strong. Oh, you don't know me, sir.
No, I feel I can talk to you, Farfrae. You got the same forehead as a young brother of mine. He's dead and gone now. Hey, your nose isn't unlike his either. No, you'll be a great help to me. And I don't intend to do so much. I mean, after I'm wed, why should I work so hard, eh? Morning.
Is it a local lass, sir?
She's from the Channel Islands.
Oh, that's quite a way.
Hey, well, I often have to go across to Jersey, the potato and root season. You'll find we do quite a large trade with them in that line.
Oh, there's many things for me to learn, no doubt.
Right enough. You can start with the ledgers in my office, across the yard there. Acquaint yourself with the business. I'll be along later in the day to answer any questions. Meanwhile, we must get the matter of your lodgings settled, eh?
Oh, the 3 mariners will do fine for the while, sir, and the ale warms the stomach.
Maybe so. Take care it doesn't warm your head, young man. I'll go and see what the young woman wants. Over there, she looks a bit lost. Right. Alone too long.
Young lady to see you, sir.
Mr. Henchard, sir.
Yes, what is it?
Well, I was told to come on in.
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Can I speak to you, sir?
Well, if it's business, I have an office.
Well, it's not business, sir.
Well, then. What is it, young woman, eh?
I was sent to tell you, sir, that a relative of yours by marriage, Susan Newson.
What?
Susan Newson, a sailor's widow, that she's in town, and I am to ask whether you would like to see her, sir.
She's still alive?
Yes, sir, she's here in Casterbridge, sir.
And you're...
I am her daughter, sir.
Her only daughter?
Yes, sir.
What do you call yourself, your Christian name?
Elizabeth Jane, sir.
Newson.
Elizabeth Jane Newson.
I'm a good deal interested in your news. Come with me, eh? Sit there. Sit there, Elizabeth Jane.
Thank you, sir.
Sit there. Elizabeth Jane, eh? Elizabeth Jane. It's a very nice name. Your mother, she's quite well, is she?
Oh, well, she's rather worn out, sir. Traveling.
Oh?
Well, we've been a long time getting here, and without much money. Some of the time we've been on farmers' wagons or carriers' vans or in the end, one of your cars. Most of the time we've been on foot, sir.
Looking for me?
Yes. But we fully understand that it...
Now, how did you know I was to be found in Casterbridge?
Oh, my mother spoke to an old woman at Waden Fair, sir, and she said...
Waden Fair.
Well, it was where my mother first met my father, and where she last saw you.
Yes, I see.
And because we didn't know what else to do, we kept right on until we reached Casterbridge last night, sir.
A sailor's widow, you say? When did he die?
Father was lost last spring.
Do you and she come from abroad, eh? From America or Australia?
Oh, no, sir. We've been in England quite some time now. I was 12 when we came here from Canada.
Canada? No, that's why I couldn't. That's why we lost touch with each other, your mother and me. Where are you staying, eh?
Oh, the King's Arms, sir. For a night more, anyway.
And you're a daughter, eh? Elizabeth Jane.
Yes, sir.
I think that you shall take a note from me to your mother, Elizabeth Jane. I would like to see her again. Talk over a few things. You sit down there, Elizabeth Jane. while I write this note, eh? Meet me at 8 o'clock this evening at the Ring on the Budmouth Road. The place is easy to find. The girl seems to be in ignorance. Keep her so until I have seen you. There. This note. Dear Mother, Elizabeth Jane.
Sir?
I want you to deliver it to her personally.
Yes.
And, Elizabeth Jane, why do you smile?
Why you keep saying my name?
I'm very glad to see you here, Elizabeth Jane. I'm very glad. Now, we must have a long talk together sometime, eh? But not just at the moment.
Very kind, Mr. Henchard, sir. Thank you.
Now, if I understand you right, your mother, she's not been left too well off, eh?
No, sir.
No, well then, she'll not take it amiss, eh?
Oh, it's very kind of you, sir.
Get it? It should be Guinness. Now, you take that to your mother, Elizabeth Jane. She'll understand. She'll understand.
Michael. Mr. Henchard.
I don't drink. Dear me, Susan, I don't drink now. I haven't touched a drop since that day.
Michael.
If only I'd known you were still alive. Well, I thought you and the child were dead and gone. I looked everywhere, you know. I advertised. I travelled about, village to village. I prayed. There was no trace. There was nothing.
No. We went straight to his ship.
Why did you stay silent all these years?
Because of him. I thought I owed him faithfulness.
I was drunk. I didn't know what I was doing. You should have known that. You shouldn't never have gone off with him.
I thought the bargain was solemn and binding.
Oh, Susan.
I dared not desert him when he'd paid so much for me.
But how could you be so simple?
It would have been very wicked if I'd not thought like that.
Susan.
And I meet you now only as his widow. I consider myself that. I have no claim on you.
No, now listen.
If he hadn't died, I would never have come. Never. You can be sure of that.
Keep your voice down.
Why? Is there anybody about?
I can never know.
strange sort of place. It's full of God knows what. Can't you feel it? Eh?
Why are we meeting here, Michael?
We cannot afford to be seen.
No.
And Elizabeth Jane, she cannot be told all. She'd so despise us both for that. And I couldn't bear it. Not now I've met her, I couldn't never bear that, Susan.
That's why she was brought up in ignorance of you. I could not bear it either.
But we must talk of a plan, eh? Keep her in her present belief. Get matters straightened out in spite of it. Now, you've heard as how I'm in a large way of business here. Eh? Mayor of the town, church warden, God knows what all.
Yes.
So you see, I gotta be careful. Aside from the dread of the girl finding out about our disgrace. Now, I don't see how you two can return openly to my house as the wife and daughter I once treated so badly, do you see?
We'll go away at once. I only came
Oh, no, you mistake me now. You must not go away, Susan.
But what can
No,
we...
listen, I got a plan now. Now, you and Elizabeth Jane, you come into the town, you take a cottage as the widow, Mrs. Newson, and her daughter. And I meet you. I court you. And I marry you.
Oh.
Now, that way, Elizabeth Jane, she comes into my house as my stepdaughter. Now, the whole thing's so natural, so simple, it's half done just thinking of it. And my disgraceful life as a young man will be absolutely unopened. A secret will be yours and mine only, Susan.
I'm in your hands, Michael.
And that way, I can have my own child. My only child. Under my roof, as well as my wife.
I don't want anything for myself. I only came for the sake of...
You don't want to hear any of that. Your place is with me, eh? We gotta find you some lodgings. The only ones fit for you are the rooms over the china shop in the high street.
Well, that'd be too dear.
Never mind that, no? Well, you gotta start genteel if our plan's to be carried out, eh? You look to me for money. What do you think?
I like the idea of repeating our marriage.
You do, eh?
It seems the only right course after all this.
Now, the girl, she'll never know of our shame.
How could she?
I'll walk a little way back into town with you.
No. No, you mustn't run any risk. Please let me go alone.
Right, Susan, one word more now. Do you forgive me? Never mind. All in good time, eh? Judge me by my future works.
And with my body I thee worship.
With my body I thee worship.
And with all my worldly goods I thee endow.
And with all my worldly goods I thee endow.
She'll wish her cake dough afore she's done of him. There's a blue-beardy look about him, and 'twill out in time.
made you jump, did I?
I didn't know that you were there, Mr. Henchard.
You're too high-strung altogether, Donald, my lad.
You were very quiet on your feet, sir.
Not as strong in the nerves as you should be, eh? Sir, not as strong in the arm as I be, are you, eh?
Ha! You think I don't eat up my porridge now?
Oats are for horses, not for men.
Aye, no doubt.
Come on, man, let's have a walk, eh? And talk.
I've no finished entering up the dockets, Mr. Henchard. The new system, you can.
New system, old system, eh? It's all double Dutch. Oh, damn it. What's all the world, eh? I like a fella to talk to. Don't take too much thought on things. You'll drive me crazy.
I've no finished entering up the ledgers, and if I don't, they'll drive me crazy.
Pernickety sort of work, eh? More in a woman's line, I should say. When I was on my own, we made bargains without all this paperwork. It was all, I shall do it, or you shall have it. Shake of the hand, nod of the head. It was all done on trust. That's how I built up this business, Farfrae.
Aye.
From nothing.
Sorry, what was it you were saying?
Oh, damn it, you're a fine fella, eh? I really take to you. And I got to admit, businessman's a lot smoother now with all your bits and bobs of paper all over the place. I don't know how I've managed without you.
'Tis pernickety work, all the same.
Well, if you'll not leave it alone, I'll not hold you on. It's all noughts and crosses as far as I be concerned. I'm not very good at figures, you see.
Is there something troubling you, Mr. Henchard?
No.
If it's anything of importance, I can put this away.
A man can say too much. Sometimes a man can let the wrong things out.
It depends.
I don't want you to misunderstand me, take offense or out silly like that, but well, the day I told you my secret about the shame of my younger days.
I forgot it.
Well, you see, if Elizabeth J. never knew, now that she's under my roof in her own father's
I
house,
forgot it.
Of course you have. I wrote a letter to the lady in the Channel Islands.
It's not any of my business, Mr. Henchard. I understand the state of mind you were in the day you told me, and right sorry I was for you.
Hey, I can't abide the smell of new paint.
Oh, the front railings look nicer, though.
And your room, eh? Now, do you like your room, Elizabeth Jane?
Oh, yes, it's better than anything I ever dreamed.
What's wrong with it, eh?
It's very nice. I just don't seem to have much of an appetite, Michael.
You must eat, Mother. Get your strength back.
Of course you must. You don't swallow enough to keep a little bird alive.
Maybe 'tis richer than we be used to.
Ah, send it, Susan. I mean, you've been here a fortnight or more now, haven't you? Yeah, sounds so down in the mouth. Aren't you content?
I couldn't have asked for better.
Sounds like it.
No. I can't believe the bad times is over.
Not used to it yet. It's all a bit like a dream.
Body got to eat, though. You think I bully too much, young lady, eh? Some of my men think so.
Oh, no, I think you could not have been kinder to both of us. And if you can get Mother to eat... I have to catch my breath sometimes in case it all gets taken away from us. Good fortune.
Life's a funny old thing.
Not if we do our best, eh? Do what we can.
Yes, I can smell the paint. It's a fresh sort of smell, though.
You are blooming anyway, hey? We could never match the colours in your face, eh, in your eyes. I thought Elizabeth Jane's hair was going to be blacker than that, Susan.
There.
Didn't you tell me, eh, that Elizabeth Jane's hair promised to be jet black, eh, when she was a babby?
Did I?
You two sometimes talk as if you've been wet for 20 years instead of 20 days.
That's how it takes people. Sometimes, you know, it's marriage business.
Early one morning, just as the sun was rising.
Hey, Bory, about for God's sake, is Mr. Henchard a coming?
What? Where? Oh, go on, I'll be for it.
This wagon. Now, why is it still loaded, eh? The others went off 20 minutes ago. Why are you still here?
Able, sir. We've overslept again, sir.
Whittle! Come on out! Whittle, now, what's the meaning of this?
Well, I tried, Mr. Henchard, sir, but I couldn't do it this morning, sir.
This is the last bloody time. Now, you get yourself up in the mornings or I'll come and scruff thee out of bed myself. Do you hear? You get loon. Not late once more, and it's your last.
I only had a scant and a cheese before I went to bed, master. But nor I couldn't get up.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, I was only trying to...
I don't want to hear it. Now, these wagons will be off at 4 o'clock in the morning. If you're not here, Whittle, you stand clear. I'll modify thy flesh for ye.
Hurry up, Abel, for God's sake.
But what's so blame I for?
You want to get up in the morning, this wouldn't happen.
But them won't listen, will they? Them won't hear my points.
Get on with it, Whittle!
Yes, Mr. Henchard.
Now, where's Mr. Farfrae? He's not in the office.
Got to value some corn, sir. At least that's what I said.
What's up with him this morning?
Hurry up!
Damned if anything may get a tail of it. There's a right Scotch broth. Come in.
Please, sir.
What is it, eh? What are you doing there?
Please, sir.
Now, don't be afraid, lad. I won't eat you. What is it you want?
Mr. Farfrae, sir.
What for?
My mum says I was to see Mr. Farfrae.
Aye, but, why?
My dad's dead, sir.
What? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, eh? Oh, who are you talking about, Sonny, eh? I mean, what's your father's name?
Mr. Priest of Hammer.
Oh, yes.
You're Arrow's boy, eh?
Sir.
How's your man bearing up?
Harry says they'll see Mr. Farfrae. To make very short to see that there, Mr. Farfrae.
No, don't look so worried, lad. He's my man, you know.
Yes, but my man...
So, I mean, you can tell me what do you want Mr. Farfrae for? Whenever. Speak up.
My man wants to value me dad's estate, sir. Only Earl said to make good and sure to ask for.
Yes, Mr. Farfrae, yes.
That's what Mum said.
Mr. Farfrae. Why do people always want Mr. Farfrae?
They'd like him, sir. That's what I'm to say.
Oh! That's what they do say, eh? They like him, eh? They like him because he's, cleverer than Mr. Henchard. And because in business dealing, out there Mr. Henchard can't hold a candle to him, eh?
That's what I'm to say, sir. And that is...
No. Don't stop. He's a fine old joke, eh?
Yes, Mr. Henchard.
Come on here, sonny. Here. Here's a sixpence for you. What else do they say, eh? Cat got their tongue, have I?
And he's bitter-tempered, and Henchard is a fool compared to him. And Farfrae is a diamond. And he ought to marry that their stepdaughter and run the whole lot of it. And...
Don't stop, sonny. Go on.
I know, I ain't nothing but no lazy bones, Michael. What is it?
Yeah, there's nothing for you to do, Susan. Those days are gone for good. Now, why should you get up if you don't want, eh? Mind you, I've been up since 4:45 this morning.
How's Elizabeth Jane? Is she going out?
Out? Oh, I don't know. There's doing something with a bit of ribbon, instead of asking for new clothes.
She's been brought up to be careful.
I know, there's no need for it.
When you've been poor, you stay careful, just in case.
What do you mean, eh? Just in case of what?
I'll be down before long, Michael.
Is she happy here, do you think?
Elizabeth Jane? Oh, yes. Yes, she is.
I want her to be. I love that girl, Susan. I always did. Even when she was a little one.
Did you?
You ever think back on things, Susan?
Often.
Aye. It's funny the way life takes you. The way things turn out one way instead of another. I often think of these things.
Yes.
Past rises up inside you. You know what I mean?
way things used to be.
Yes.
Now listen, Susan. I want our daughter to be called by her right name.
Oh, but is that wise? I mean, won't she ask why she should?
I want her to be known as Miss Henchard, not Miss Newson. I don't like the name at all for my own flesh and blood. 'Tis not natural.
Can you do that, though, just like that?
Advertise it in a Casterbridge paper. That's how they do it. Just change your name. Well, she won't object. Not a bit. Will she, eh?
No. Oh, no, but...
Well, I'll do it, then. It's what I want. Surely you must wish for it as much as I do.
Yes. Yes, if she agrees, let us do it by all means.
What does she think of the Scotchman?
Mr. Farfrae? Oh, Oh, she likes him, I think. At least... Why, Michael? What makes you ask?
Nothing. No reason. Henchard is to be, then. Henchard! And not Newson.
If she agrees, Michael.
And not Farfrae either.
Hello?
Anyone there? Anyone about? Who's there? Who is it?
It's only me.
It's Miss Newson. I have received your message and kept the appointment.
Didn't realize it was you who wished to see me, Mr. Farfrae.
I wish to see you. Oh, no, I'm afraid there must be some mistake.
Didn't you ask me to come here?
Me? No.
Didn't you write this?
No, indeed. No. And, you didn't ask for me. This is not your writing.
By no means.
Oh, well, it must be somebody wanting to see us both. I wonder who it can be.
Don't know.
Well, we better wait a wee while longer. We've been clearing this granary, your father and I. Perhaps he wants to meet us here. Though I dinna ken why.
My stepfather.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Were you hiding from me, Miss Newson, when you saw me approach?
No, I wasn't hiding. I was looking round the
Is it my face or my whistling?
No, I wasn't. Please, wasn't.
Did you bring an umbrella?
No, I didn't.
Ah, well. Whoever it is not likely to be coming now. It's a trick, perhaps. A great pity to waste our time like this, and so much to be done.
'Tis a great liberty.
Indeed it is. We'll hear news of this someday. Depend on't, and who it was that did it. I wouldn't mind it hindering myself, but as for you, Miss Newson, it's...
Oh, I don't mind. Much.
Neither do I.
I expect you'll be anxious to be getting back to Scotland, Mr. Farfrae.
Oh, no, Miss Newson, why should I be?
Well, I thought you might be by the way you sang that song in the assembly room about Scotland and home. Well, it seemed to come from deep down in your heart.
Aye. You heard that, did you? Aye, I did sing there, Miss Newson. It's, well, you feel a song for a few minutes and your eyes can fill with tears, but, you finish it and, for all you felt, you don't mind it or think of it again for a long while. Oh, no, I don't want to go back. But I'll sing the same song for you with pleasure, whenever you like. And now, for instance, I can sing it now and not mind at all.
Oh, I'm afraid I must be going, Mr. Farfrae. Rain or no.
You didn't care for my music?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like to dance, Miss Newson?
Well, I don't know. I've never danced. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, it's easy, a natural thing.
Well, why do you ask, Mr. Farfrae?
Well, when I was waiting here and, you were hiding, it came to me that this was the place that I have been looking for a long, long time. Aye. It'll do, Bonnie.
What for?
A wee entertainment. Well, the Queen has been on the throne, what, 10 years now? Aye, well, some of us want to get up a few songs and a few dances. Aye. And you see, if it rains, this will do dandy.
Will you sing?
If you will dance.
Oh, I'm afraid I must be going, Mr. Farfrae. They'll be wondering what's happened to me.
Perhaps you don't know it, but you've managed to get husks and dust on you.
Oh, dear.
No, blowing is best. It's very bad to let rain come upon clothes with chaff on them. It soaks in and spoils them, you see. Here, let me help you. It's all over your back, my lassie.
Thank you. Thank you.
There, I think it's all off now, Miss Newson.
Very kind of you, Mr. Farfrae. Thank you.
My... When I'm gone, you'll find all my coffin clothes. A piece of flannel, that's to put under me. And the little piece is to put under my head. And my new stockings for my feet. And there's 4-ounce pennies, the heaviest I could find. 2 for my right eye and 2 for my left. And when you've used them and my eyes don't open no more, bury the pennies. And don't go spending them, for I shouldn't like it. And open the windows as soon as I'm carried out. And make it as cheerful as you can for Elizabeth Jane.
Stop the chortling! Hear him be, eh? One able whittle. Him wasn't up, so I went and scruffed him out of it the way he was.
Be fair, Mr. Henchard, be fair,
I
sir.
warned him, eh? I warned him, didn't I warn him? Just to teach thee a lesson, Will. Now get up on the car. Get up on the car, never mind your breeches.
Not like this. I can't go through town like this, sir.
Never pay 6 per head to see such a sight, Abel, eh?
No, I beg going. No, sir.
You get up on the wagon, Will. Get on with your work or you leave my employ today.
It ain't right, Mr. Henchard. It ain't right, sir.
Next time you get up in the morning,
For mercy's sake, what's this? You see, Mr. Farfrae, he said he'd mortify my flesh if I didn't get up sooner. And by God, he gone and done it, Mr. Farfrae.
Get back home and put your breeches on, Whittle. And come to work like a man.
I mustn't. Mr. Henchard will have me for his dinner.
I don't care what Mr. Henchard said. Or anyone else. Come off the wagon, Whittle. It's a simple foolishness to do this. Go and dress yourself instantly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Farfrae, sir. Thank you very much.
Hello. Who's sending him back?
Please, sir.
Quiet! A joke's a joke, but I say it's been carried far enough.
And I say it hasn't. Get back on the wagon, Whittle. Get on with your work.
Not if I am manager.
Whittle!
Either he goes home, or I leave this yard for good.
It'll make the idle sluggermen get up in the mornings.
Come on, sir. A man of your position should ken better. 'Tis tyrannical, and not worthy of you.
Who is master here, Farfrae?
Come on, Mr. Henchard. Send the man home.
Get on with your work. Get on with it! And that's for thee, Whittle. Get on home, blast you, cover yourself up. Or I'll plant my boot where you'll feel it.
Yes, sir. Right, sir.
Why do you talk to me like that in front of me? You could have stopped till we was alone. Oh, man, you know I had to speak up.
You take advantage of me.
This is not my intent.
And don't think I don't know why, eh? It is because I've told you the secret of my life. Fool that I was.
Mr. Henchard!
I heard as it was a Scotsman who saved thee.
Yeah, well, he's a good man.
I heard that he was going to be one of the prizes of the coconut. In your shirt-tailed mind.
What coconut shy?
Henchard, hasn't a word? Him arranged it all at council meeting this afternoon for the 10th anniversary.
What anniversary?
Well, the Queen.
Oh, no, Farfrae's doing something about that. In the granary. The one we've been clearing out. Dancing and so forth. It was a bit late in the day for me, though.
Tired to be you able.
Well, when's this, then?
Aye, next Saturday. Farfrae and his bit of a barn and Henchard up in Topfield. Bit of choice. Bit of competition, more like, between the two of them.
Well, they can compete with each other till kingdom come, as long as they leave me alone.
Well, I shall be at one or t'other, about time it's had a bit of merrymaking. Well, you can't be at both, can you?
Right, Mr. Henchard.
That'll do, yes. That's good enough. Yes, now we'll put the arm on top of that. Now, who's got the arm, eh?
It's here, Mr. Henchard.
Oh, good. Now, let's have a look. Right. Now, shin up and put it on top, eh? And leave the wrapping on it, mind.
I can't climb, sir.
Get on up there. We haven't put the grease on the pole yet.
Where shall we erect the table, sir?
Over there, I think, yeah. Along that slope, out of any wind. Well, I think that just about does it. Be plenty of food brought along in the morning. All of it free. Yes, I hear Mr. Farfrae proposes to charge so much a head for his little do. Just like a Scotsman, eh?
But why don't you want to see a doctor? Why have you come back to bed if it's nothing?
Don't fuss.
Mother.
I only want to rest up a bit. We got to go up the top field tomorrow for the celebrations.
Don't you want to go?
Oh, I felt worn out for a long time.
And you must stay here till you feel better.
Elizabeth Jane. Henchard wants thee to change your name. Has he spoke to you about it yet?
Change it? How can I change it? What does he mean, Mother?
To his name. To Miss Henchard.
Oh, but...
Don't tell him, will you? But I'd rather you didn't agree to it.
You sometimes talk of him as if you're frightened of him in some strange... Why not? Why mustn't I tell him, Mother? I mean...
He doesn't understand a thing like that, you see. You're feeling for your poor dead father at the bottom of the ocean. He only sees out of his own eyes.
Aren't you happy, Mother? Are you sorry you married again?
Father is dead and gone. I don't think you should slight his memory by giving up his name, that's all. He was a happy and a laughing man.
Was that?
You don't have to agree to it. Miss Newson is your proper name. You change it when you marry.
Oh, if I do.
But you will. You must. Pretty young girl like you. A little bird tells me someone else thinks so, too.
Who? Who do you mean?
Who does think I mean?
he's interested in me.
Look at it. Look at it.
Very wet, your worship. No one will come now, Mr. Henchard.
We shall have to call it off.
It's the best thing, sir.
I never found out who sent us here on that fool's errand. Did you, Miss Newson?
Never.
I wonder why they did it.
Fun, perhaps?
Perhaps not.
How do you mean?
It might have been, someone might have wanted us to wait here and get talking to each other.
What's this, Henchard? No opposition to your sports, eh? Jack's as good as his master.
No, he won't be that. Because he's shortly going to leave me. Mr. Farfrae's time as my manager is coming to a close. In it, Farfrae.
Aye, if you say so, Mr. Henchard.
I think I should leave.
Oh, no, I had hoped to have another dance with you.
It's getting later. I must go home.
Good night, then.
Miss Newson!
May I walk you some of the way?
Thank you.
The rain stopped.
Yes.
It's like that I'm going to leave you soon.
Why?
A mere matter of business, nothing more. But it may take me to the other side of the world, altogether.
I should be sorry to see you go.
I wish I was richer, Miss Newson, and I had not offended your stepfather. I would ask you something. I would ask you tonight. We had better part here. I don't want to offend your stepfather any more than I have.
Well, you're going to eat your breakfast, or aren't you, eh?
No, I don't feel like it.
What's in it? What's the matter with you?
Your temper ain't improved, mate. Not one bit.
No, Susan, I'm only concerned with your health and strength.
That's because these in a dark mood.
No. Not at all.
I don't feel well, Mike. I don't want to eat. I only want to rest.
Shall I get you a doctor?
Yes, I think perhaps you should. I'm going back to bed. No, stay there, Elizabeth Jane. Come up in a little while.
Don't you want to eat it neither?
This change of name for me.
Yes?
Do you really wish it so very much, sir?
Bless us fathers, what a to-do you women make about a trifle, eh? Oh, please yourself. Curse me if I care what you do. Don't you go agreeing to it just to please me.
Thank you.
This man, Farfrae. Now, I want to caution you, my dear. I've seen him talking to you 2 or 3 times. Well, he danced with you at the rejoicings. No blame to you. But just hearken. Have you made him any foolish promise? Have you gone so much as the least bit beyond a sniff and a snuff at all?
No. Promised him nothing.
Good. All's well that ends well, eh? I particularly wish you not to see him again.
Very well, sir.
You promise?
Yes, if you much wish it.
I do. He's an enemy to this house. I shall write to him. Tell him to leave you alone.
What has he done, sir?
Set himself up in opposition to me. Here, in Casterbridge. Within a week of leaving me, I'd send it. Didn't he come here without a sound show to his route, eh? Didn't I keep him here, help him to a living, brother his bread for him? I'd have shared my last crust with that young fella at one time. I liked him so well. Now he's defied me. Well, I'll have a tussle with him now. We'll see who'll put who out of business.
Do you forgive me?
Where's he gone? Yes. Do you want me? No. No, listen. Shh, Mother, the doctor said you weren't to talk or anything. You remember the notes sent to you and Mr. Farfrae, asking you to meet someone in the barn? Yes. 'Twas not done to make fools of you.
Shh, no, it don't matter.
'Twas done to bring you together. I did it. I wrote them notes.
But why?
I wanted you
To what, Mother?
to marry Mr. Farfrae.
Oh. What?
Tell her one day, you'll see. I had a reason. I wish it could have been in my time.
But there nothing is as you wish it.
Close them shutters again, Elizabeth Jane. Poor soul is gone. I like it, Blaze. The way it did dance, so. Embroidering, is it?
Yes.
Light's getting a bit bad for that.
Oh, I don't mind.
Elizabeth, you ever think of the old times?
Yes. Often.
Who do you put in your pictures of them?
Mother?
Aye. Poor soul, eh?
And Father?
I'm out of all that, aren't I?
Shall I light the lamp?
No, no. I like the shadows.
It's getting quite dark.
Was Newson a kind father?
Yes. Very.
Suppose,
I'd
suppose
better
I
call
was
for
your
the lamp.
father.
But you?
I mean, supposing I I was your real father. Now, would you have cared for me as much as you cared for Richard Newson?
I cannot think of it. I can think of no one as my father except my father.
What did your mother tell you about me, eh?
Sir?
I mean about who I was, what I am.
Why, she said you were related by marriage. I was never quite sure how. She didn't say so.
She should have done. Long ago, I mean. Long ago, before you two came walking to Casterbridge to find me, she should have told you. Then my talk would not be such a hard one.
What is it?
Elizabeth Jane. It is I who am your father and not Richard Newson. Now, listen. I want you to listen to me now. Shame alone prevented both your wretched parents from owning this to you. One of us had to die first. But I'd rather have you know the truth. I'd rather have your scorn or your fear. Anything but your ignorance, anything but that. 'Tis that I hate. Now listen to me. Your mother and I were man and wife when we were young. What you saw was our second marriage. We had thought each other dead. Do you understand? You see, I didn't know she was still alive. Then she married Newson. And, well, he became her second husband. That's why when he died, she was so intent on finding me again. If I was still alive. Elizabeth Jane. Now don't cry, eh? Cry, my daughter. I can't bear it, eh? I won't bear it. I am your father. Why should you cry, eh? Am I so dreadful to you, eh? So hateful? Don't take against me, Elizabeth Jane. I was a drinking man once. I treated your mother roughly. But I'll be kinder to you than he was. I'd do anything if you just look upon me as your father, eh? Why, I don't want you to come to me all of a sudden. Elizabeth Jane, no, I don't. Why, I won't stay with you now. I won't see you till the morning. When you like. And I'll show you papers and prove my words. I'm gone. 'Twas I that chose your name, daughter. Your mother wanted Susan. There. Now, don't you forget now. Don't you forget was I gave you your name. Elizabeth Jane. Oh, don't you remember the way I spoke it to you when you first came? Find me in Casterbridge, eh? Elizabeth Jane. Elizabeth Jane, eh? One word more, eh? Just one word. You'll take my surname now, eh? Will you? Oh, 'tis yours by right. Legally yours. Nobody need know that, though. You take it as if by choice. I'll see my lawyer. I don't know the law of it exactly. But will you do this for me? Will you let me put a few lines in the paper that you are now to be known as Miss Henchard, eh? Will you do that?
If it is my name, I must have it, mustn't I?
I'd like you to.
But why didn't my mother want me to change my name from Newson?
Oh, didn't she?
No.
Oh, must have been some whim of the poor soul's. used to get these ideas. Now, look, here's a sheet of paper. Now, draw up a paragraph, as I shall tell you. Let's have a light near it. It's getting a bit
I
dark.
can see by the firelight. I'd rather.
Oh, very well, then. Get you the inkwell. Are you sure, eh? It is only a little, but it says a lot. Are you ready? Yes. I, this is what you write. I, comma, hitherto known as Elizabeth Jane Newson, henceforth, wish to be known as Elizabeth Jane Henchard. Sure you can see, eh? I'm blowed if I could. Right. Well, that's about it as far as I can see, eh? Oh, no. Yeah, right at the bottom. No, at the top. To the editor, Casterbridge Chronicle. And put your own name, your proper name, at the bottom. Hey. Done. Hi. Good girl, eh? Yeah, good girl. Now, I go upstairs now, eh? Hunt about in my desk. I'll find the documents that'll prove all this to you. Good night, Elizabeth Jane.
Night.
Good night. Daughter.
My dear Michael, for the good of all three of us, I have kept one thing a secret from you till now. I hope you will understand why. I shall be in my grave when you read this, and Elizabeth Jane will have a home. Don't curse me, Mike. Think of how I was situated. I can hardly write it, but here it is. Elizabeth Jane is not your Elizabeth Jane, the child who was in my arms when you sold me. No. She died 3 months after that. And this living one is my other husband's. I christened her by the same name, and she filled up the ache I felt at the other's loss. Michael, I am dying. Michael, I am dying, and I might have held my tongue, but I could not. Tell her husband of this or not, as you may judge. And forgive, if you can, a woman you once deeply wronged, as she forgives you.
is, white is her.
Elizabeth Jane is not your Elizabeth Jane. Not your Elizabeth Jane.
I'm down for you.
We could not sleep. I went for a walk.
In the dark?
Aye, in the dark. And 'twere very dark.
I've thought and thought about it, and I see that everything must be as you say. So many things fall into place now.
They do that.
And I'm going to look on you as the father that you are. Not call you Mr. Henchard anymore. It's all so plain to me now, Father. He was very kind, oh, so kind, but it's not the same as being one's real father. After all. Father, let's have our first breakfast together as father and daughter.
Mr. Henchard around and about?
In his office, over there. Has got business with you?
Why, what's it to you?
Well, nothing at all, only we could do with the work.
Is it slack?
Slack, I'll say it is. When you don't say I said so.
What is it? Mr. Henchard, sir. Good afternoon.
I've seen you before.
Yes, you have, sir. You've been here a few months, round and about.
No. I mean afore that.
Aye, Channel Islands.
Jersey.
Jersey. The name's Job. I was in the root crop trade. We had dealings.
Aye. Jersey.
I was sorry about the death of your wife.
What do you want?
I hear you've been needing a new foreman.
Maybe.
Well, I'm your man.
Are you indeed?
I got the experience for it. The lady from Jersey.
What about her?
Well, I wondered if you knew she was in England.
You know her, do you?
Miss Templeman? Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
Why she come to England, then?
Her aunt died. A rich woman, I believe. So Lucetta. I'm sorry, Miss Templeman, for coming to a bit of money.
Good. Good.
About the position.
Well, now. You seem to know more about me than most, Mr. Jopp.
Well, I know you want to expand your business, sir.
Expand it?
Even more, I mean.
I'm a rule of thumb sort of man. Are you any good at figures and such like?
Well, that presents no problem to me, sir. No problem at all.
Everything is changing, Mr. Jopp. In trade. Aye. And in farming.
Indeed it is, sir.
Now, one thing is important to me as the biggest corn and hay dealer in these parts. There's a Scotchman here who's trying to take the town trade so bold into his hands. And I want him cut out.
Donald Farfrae, I've seen it all.
Yeah, they. Then you'll know that we two cannot live side by side. That's clear, and that's certain.
If I take the job, sir, I'll do him down.
Fairly, mind now. Fair and square.
Thank you, Phoebe. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, Father. Is there anything amiss, Father?
No.
I feel I have displeased you in some way.
No.
We seem to see each other at meal times now.
Where's the honey? No, put out my damn honey.
Bide where you be, Father. I'll catch you.
Right where you be. Good God, girl, are you only fit to carry wash to a pig trough that you use such speech?
No, I meant to stay where you are, Father. I ought to be more careful.
You ought to be more careful all round.
Yes, Father, I'm sorry.
Your honey, sir.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you very much.
Why don't you leave off thanking the girl as if she were a goddess born? Don't I pay her £12 a year to do things for you?
Sorry.
Is that your mother's grave, my dear?
Oh. Yes, Mum.
Oh, you obviously loved her very much.
She was my only friend.
I understand. I know how you must feel. It's terrible to lose someone you love so very dear.
But your father, Mr. Henchard, he is living.
Oh, yes, he is living.
Is he not kind to you?
I have no wish to complain of him, Mum.
Has there been a disagreement between the two of you?
Little.
Perhaps you were to blame.
Just a little. Yes, in many ways.
Oh, dear. What did you do?
Well, I I swept the coals up when the maid ought to have done it. Said I was leery. Well, things like that. Well, I don't mean to shame him, ma'am.
No. Do you know what impression your words give me? That your father is a hot-tempered man, a little proud, perhaps ambitious, but not a bad man.
Oh, no, certainly not bad, Miss Templeman. And, well, he's not been unkind to me till lately, since...
Since when?
Since my mother died. But it's been hard to bear while it lasted, because of my defects, I dare say. You see, I never had much chance of becoming a real lady. Well, someone like you, I mean, Miss Templeman.
You're very sweet. Now, listen, look about you. Isn't it all too dismal moving in? Oh, such a big old house.
Oh, it'll soon be got to rights.
But I shall soon want somebody to live in my house, well, then, partly as housekeeper and partly as companion.
Yes. 'Tis bad being lonely.
That's why I asked you to come and see me this evening, Elizabeth Jane.
Oh, but I don't know anyone, Miss Templeman. You see, I hardly ever go out, and we never have visitors.
But I was rather wondering if you would be able to come to me.
Me?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, perhaps you cannot. But I have a feeling, you see, that you would be just the sort of...
Oh, I would do anything to be independent.
Not in order to cut yourself off from your father.
Oh, no, but if I could get on a little, perhaps my father might come to love me. Oh, but...
What?
Well, I'm not a very accomplished person, Miss Templeman, not a lady. Companion to you must be that.
Oh, not necessarily, my dear.
But I have been reading all I can. In my room at nights, I've been trying to learn about the things of the mind. But I sometimes use rural words.
Like what?
Like Dumbledores.
What are those?
Bumblebees.
You see, it doesn't matter too much.
Oh, my father seems to think so. For young ladies, that is.
So he uses the self-same words himself.
Do you know my father, then?
No. I was surmising only. But if you do come to live with me, it'll be easy for your father to come and visit you, and then I shall see for myself, won't I?
Oh, I want to come, Miss Templeman. Oh, yes, very much. And if my father should agree to it...
Well, I would like you to come as soon as possible.
What, tomorrow?
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Yes, why not? But first of all, you must ask your father. Now, ask him carefully.
No objections whatsoever. Where are you going? Not to the house. What is it?
Yes, Father, to the lady I've been to see. Well, it's a chance to get more cultivated and finished and be less idle.
Well, then, make the most of it for mercy's sake, eh? You can't get cultivated, where are you?
You don't object?
No. No, I don't. No, not at all.
Thank you, Father.
This lady, eh? You know, what's her name?
She's a Miss Templeman.
Is she... Do you happen to know her Christian name?
Lucetta. Lucetta Templeman. Very nice name.
There's not an inch of straight grain in him.
As I came in by my bower door, as day was waxing weary, a walk came tripping down the stair, but born me.
No, my first meeting with your daughter was entirely an accident. But don't you see, Michael, why I've asked her here? Well, partly why.
No, I'm not sure. At least
Because it gives you an excuse for coming here as if to visit her, and so to form my acquaintance naturally, without talk or fuss.
Dang me, Lucetta, you're too complicated.
But it works.
Why didn't you write to me and let me know you were coming to live in Casterbridge? Why be so underhanded, eh?
Underhanded?
Complicated.
I didn't know how you were situated or what had happened since our separation. But as I found out your wife had died...
Oh.
A little bird.
There's old Nestor, that's all, around here, it seems.
So I let boldness be my friend.
You what?
I decided to come and live in Casterbridge. I have money now, you know.
So I heard.
Oh.
There. Another little bird. The air is thick with him, I dare say.
But how long I stay in this house does not depend upon me or the little birds.
What do you mean, eh? You still talk very fancy, Lucetta.
Don't you like it?
Oh. Didn't say that, no. I still don't know what you mean.
My staying in Casterbridge depends upon someone else. He's a man, a merchant, a mayor, and a widower, and still the one who has first right to my affections.
This man you speak of?
Yes.
Some say he's a gloomy fella.
Oh, dear.
You're an artful little woman, Lucetta.
Well, I wouldn't think so hard about it.
Oh, but settling upon new clothes from London is so very trying. You're that person or you're this totally different sort of person for the whole of the season.
Well, I think the cherry.
Oh, not this blue.
Well, I like that one, too.
Oh, you see me now in both, Elizabeth Jane. What sort of person am I to be?
You're a cherry sort of person.
Then it'll be the cherry. Yes, I rely upon you. You see, you've become indispensable. How do I appear to people?
Oh, it's very graceful and fashionable.
But I wonder if I will wear well.
Yes, fairly.
Where am I worst? In my face, I mean.
Well, perhaps...
No, do say.
Well, perhaps under the eyes. I notice a little brownness there.
Yes, that is my worst place. You're right. How many more years do you think I shall last before I get hopelessly plain?
Oh, could be 5 years, or with a quiet life, as many as 10. Yes, with no love, you may count on 10.
No love?
Well, it can grieve a body so, can't it?
Farfrae. Donald Farfrae. Never mind Teller's job now. Is he buying or is he not buying?
I think he's old enough, sir.
Think. I want to know.
Well, he's not buying from any of the farmers I spoke to. He's definitely old enough, hoping the price will be drove down.
What a chance to bring him down if corn goes up.
But that all depends on the harvest weather, sir.
Of course it depends on the harvest. What else? Bad weather at the right time. Corn will go through the roof. But if we buy now, while it's still in the fields, we can sell it off at double the price and block him out.
It was...
Oh, I'm sorry. I called to see Miss Henchard, and the maid sent me up here.
Oh, well, Miss Henchard will be here directly, so do sit down, please.
Well, I'll... thank you. You have a very fine view of the marketplace from here, ma'am.
Yes. The fair today seems a large one.
The farmers are hiring men for the harvest.
Your fairs and markets keep me very interested. There's so many things I think of when I watch from these windows.
Do you look out often?
Yes, I do. Very often.
Do you look for anyone you know?
I look out as at a picture, that's all. I may do so now. I may look for you. I don't mean it seriously.
I didn't suppose you did, ma'am.
But it is nice to look for somebody one knows in a crowd. It helps to take away the feeling of being drowned in a throng of complete and total strangers.
That's a very sad thing to say, ma'am.
Sad?
Lonely.
Oh, nobody knows how lonely.
Oh, but that's a great pity.
I'm Casterbridge, thinking I should like to live here, but I wonder if I shall.
Well, where did you come from, ma'am?
Me. Many miles away.
I? And I too. Perhaps it's better that one stays at home, but a man must live where his money's made.
Oh, what a shame that is.
Aye, and it's always so. And I've done very well this year. I've no grounds for complaint.
In what business?
Corn and hay, ma'am. My name is Farfrae, Donald Farfrae.
And you say you've done very well, Mr. Farfrae?
I bought when wheat was down, and afterwards, when it rose a wee bit, I sold off all I had. It brought me only a small profit.
Shame.
But all the other farmers kept theirs, expecting higher figures. Aye, even though the rats were gnawing the ricks hollow. Just after I sold, the markets went down, and I bought up the corn of those who had been holding back at a less price than my first purchases.
Oh, very good.
And then I sold it a few weeks later when it happened to go up again. And so, by contenting myself with small profits, frequently repeated, I soon made £500. Aye. While all the others, by holding back, made nothing at all. Sorry, I'm boring you.
Quite otherwise. You're most interesting.
Thank you.
I mean, all you Scotsmen. So free from our extremes. We're all one way or the other. Passionate or frigid, warm or cold. But you have both temperatures going on in you at the same time.
But how do you mean that, ma'am? You best explain yourself clearly.
You're sad and animated and shy and bold. All at once. All together.
I am not used to conversation with young ladies such as yourself, Miss Tennant.
Oh, I see.
I mean...
I know what you mean, Mr. Farfrae.
You are a thriving woman, and I am a struggling corn and hay merchant.
I am a very ambitious woman.
I cannot explain. I am not used to conversation with young ladies, ambitious or otherwise. And that's the truth.
And what about Miss Henchard?
I was being a friend and no more.
Will you call again?
To see her.
Or me?
I'd like to. If I may.
You may.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What has happened to us today is very curious.
Something to think over when we are alone.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's commonplace after all.
No. I'll not say that.
You wouldn't?
No.
If that's the case, you better not look at me any longer. Dear me, I feel I've quite demoralized you.
Look or not look, I shall see you in my thoughts. What is it?
You may hear them speak of me in Casterbridge as time goes on. If they tell you I'm a coquette, don't believe it. For I'm not.
Oh, no. I swear, I will not.
Thank you for staying.
Oh, thank you. It has been most pleasurable.
Well, whatever it's been, it's now over, and the market out there calls you to be gone.
Yes, market, business. At a time like this, I wish there was no business in the world.
Can I speak to you?
Will you take a seat?
I've long heard that you can do things of a certain sort.
Maybe so, Mr. Henchard.
Hey. Now, what do you call me now?
Because it is your name. I've been expecting it.
Why? I mean... How?
Feeling you'd come. You've been waiting for it. And thinking you might be leery from your walk, I put out 2 supper plates. Here.
And I have not come in vain, Mr. Paul.
Depends.
Aye.
What is it you want to know?
Can you, for instance, charm away warts?
We have trouble.
Cure the evil?
That I've done, with consideration, that they will wear the toad bag by night as well as by day.
Forecast the weather. Can you do it? Can you tell what weather will be?
I can. With labor and time.
Take this, Mr. Fall. 'Tis a crowd piece.
Aye.
What's the harvest weather to be? When can I know?
At once. I've worked it out already.
Until I, for goodness sake.
By the sun, the moon, the stars. By the clouds, the winds, the trees and grass.
What's it to be?
The last fortnight in August will be rain and tempest.
Are you sure?
As one can be in a world that's unsure.
Rain. Rain and tempest, eh?
It'll be more like living in Revelations this autumn than in England.
It's a sort of agricultural piano. Well, it has something to do with corn. I wonder if we thought of introducing it here. The Lass of Gari from the inside of a sea field. What a phenomenon.
It will revolutionize sowing hereabouts. No more sowers flinging their seed broadcast, so some falls by the wayside and some among thorns. Each grain will go to its intended place.
Then the romance of the sower is gone for good?
Aye, it must be so.
How things change.
The machines are already very common in the north and east of England.
And your business is going well, Mr. Farfrae?
Thank you. Yes, I think so. It depends upon the harvest, of course.
Ah, but none of us can see what's in store.
Oh, well, Mr. Farfrae means that...
We can only hope. The weather is as hard to read as the movements of the human heart.
But those are said to be discernible, Mr. Farfrae.
How?
By the eye.
Ah, the eyes.
Do you think we'll have a good harvest this year, Mr. Farfrae?
A good harvest? Aye, I think so. I'm holding off buying at any rate. Prices will go down for sure.
Oh, why are we talking so agricultural?
I don't know. It is not my choosing.
Or is business all you think of?
Ah, you know it's not. Indeed you do.
If you don't mind, Miss Templeman, I have a slight headache.
Dear, poor you. Do you want to go to your room?
It is thundery. That's probably the reason.
Yes. You go and lie down with the curtains closed. That's always best. Are you supposed to be visiting her or me? Then you'd better come when I'm alone, hadn't you?
I don't want to hurt the girl.
She's still only a child. I shouldn't worry.
Aye.
Whereas...
Aye.
I think you'd better go now, don't you?
When shall I come?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon at 3.
Will you be,
Alone?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Till tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Mayor, man. Pardon me, man, but the mayor has called. He's afraid he hasn't much time to spare, he says. Ma'am?
Then tell him that as I have a headache, I won't detain him today.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, sir, you must do what you think best, of course, but...
I know what I'm doing, Doc.
I'm sure you do, Mr. Henchard. But our barns are already full to the brim, sir.
Well, rent some more.
Well, I'm not sure...
You rent some more space and buy some more grain. We'll sell it all at a profit, man.
But what if the price come down, sir?
Prices won't come down. It'll be a bad harvest. I feel it in my bones.
Aye, sir. But you know what they say. A man would do better to gamble with a pack of cards than square green fields.
Is Farfrae buying?
Still holding off, sir. Still holding off. Jumped up jackanapes.
As I came in by my bower door, the day was wax and weary. Walking tripping to the stair. Good evening, Mr. Henchard.
Your father was distant to you in the street today.
Yes, it's because he doesn't think I am respectable. Well, my mother's separation from my father was unfortunate for me. You don't know what it's like to have shadows like that upon your life.
I do not. Of that kind, precisely. But you may feel a sense of disgrace, shame in other ways.
Well, have you ever had such a feeling?
Oh, no, no. I was thinking of what happens sometimes when women get themselves in strange positions in the eyes of the world, from no fault of their own.
It must make them very unhappy.
It makes them anxious.
Are you thinking of anyone in particular?
This person, a lady, once admired a man much. Oh, very much.
No.
They were intimate. Rather, he did not think so deeply of her, she of him. But in an impulsive moment, purely to repair the damage to her reputation, he proposed to her. She agreed.
Oh, what happened?
There was an unexpected hitch, and they were forced to be apart. And she heard nothing. She heard nothing for a long time and felt her life quite closed up.
Poor girl.
Oh, yes, she suffered. But the obstacle was not entirely the man's fault, and at last it was providentially removed, and he was able to ask her to marry him again.
Oh, well then all's well.
But in the interval, she, my poor friend, had seen a man she liked better than him. Now comes the point. Could she, in honor, dismiss the first?
A new man she liked better?
Yes.
And she is sure of this? Your friend?
Yes.
Oh, it's very difficult. It's hard to answer. It wants a pope to answer that.
What do you think she should do?
Well, I'd rather not say, Miss Templeman. You've seen Mr. Farfrae today, haven't you?
Yes. How did you know?
Shall I light the lamp?
Oh, yes, my dear friend. Let us have some light.
Well, of course I've called, Lucetta. Now, what does this nonsense mean?
You've kept away.
I've been busy. Then you send down word as though you're indisposed.
So you thought to keep me on tenterhooks by not calling?
You are very cool, it seems to me. I've been thinking things over, Lucetta, and, well, I've called to say that, I am ready, as soon as custom will permit, to give you my name in return for your devotion. And to say that you can fix the day or the month with my full consent, whenever in your opinion it would be seemly. You know more about these things than I do.
It is, too early yet.
Is it? After what passed between us? Well, perhaps it is early. I want to put things to rights without too much delay.
Thank you.
Well, on my life, I didn't know such furniture as this could be bought in Casterbridge.
Nor can it be. It took a wagon and 4 horses to get it here.
Looks like you're living on capital.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Good. But if you're not used to handling money...
Oh, I'll manage.
Yeah, there's no one in the world I'd rather see come into little money than you, Lucetta. And no one who'll become it more.
I'm greatly obliged to you.
You may be obliged for it, or you may not, my lady Lucetta.
That's rather a rude way of speaking to me.
My words may not have the polish that you have lately come to expect, but they are real.
I still find them too...
I don't understand you, that's all. I come to make you an honest proposal, and you want to be thankful.
How can you say that? Oh, I suffered enough when you wrote to tell me of your wife's return and my dismissal. If I seem a little independent now, surely that privilege is due to me.
What have you got to say to my proposal?
For the present, let things be.
What do you mean, eh? For the present.
I mean, treat me as an acquaintance, and I'll treat you as one. Time will...
That's the way the wind blows, is it?
Well, we don't have to...
Now, you came to Casterbridge entirely on my account. Yet now you're here, and I offer to marry you. You have nothing to say to my offer.
You must give me time.
Aye. You shall have time, my lady.
Aren't you staying for tea?
Tea's not what I want. Is there somebody else?
What do you mean?
A rival. Do I have one?
Michael, listen
I
to
wouldn't
me.
like that, Lucetta. You came here for me. I hope there's no one else. It'll be a fine harvest. A fine harvest, I'll take it.
And we bought too soon, sir, and too much.
You didn't say that at the time, Job. You my foreman, or aren't you? Why'd you let me go on with it, eh?
It weren't my place to, sir.
A word of doubt from you or anyone else would have made me think twice.
You can never tell the weather until it's gone by, sir.
Bankers can, though. There's half my property in their hands now.
Aye. It's very unfortunate.
The Scotsman didn't make the same mistake, did he? Hey, he can buy it half the price that I did. And I gotta sell him. Every single blasted damnation ounce at the biggest loss. What are you wiping yourself for?
Because I feel hot.
Oh, you can wipe and say how hot you are, can you? It's all your blasted fault.
My advice to you, sir, was to do what you thought best.
Oh, a useful fellow, eh? Well, the sooner you give someone else that kind of advice, the better.
You made up your own mind. It's not right to blame me for it, sir.
There's the granaries full to choking. There's the prices dropping like a stone down a well in it. You wiping yourself. It's not right to blame you. You're no good to me, chap. You're no damn good at all. I don't want someone who agrees with every damn word I say. God help them who contradicts you. Get out of my sight. Take yourself off.
You'll be sorry for that, sir. Sorry as any man can.
Go on, get out of my sight, will you?
More tea?
Thank you.
Fine hot day, Father.
So everybody keeps saying.
Well, it is a nice day. I don't see why we shouldn't say so.
Well, I didn't...
What is it, dear?
No, it's not important.
Do you know a young man called Donald Farfrae?
Yes. Yes, a little.
Pleasant young man.
Yes.
Mr. Farfrae, ma'am.
I know I didn't say that...
Good afternoon, Mr. Farfrae. I believe you two gentlemen already know each other.
Well, well, well.
Mr. Henchard.
Farfrae.
Would you, yes, sit down, Mr. Farfrae, and have some tea.
Thank you.
Another nice day, isn't it?
Very. Sorry to hear you banked on a poor harvest, sir.
Nothing so bad as that, man. Just one of the hazards of the trade. Case is not so bad as folks make out.
Glad to hear it. Prices are certainly low.
You calling on Elizabeth Jane, Farfrae?
Do you object, Mr. Henchard?
'Tis not my house.
Go and see about some more cakes, Miss Templeman. Oh, thank you.
Would you like some bread and butter?
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember a bit back my telling you about that woman in the Channel Islands?
Yes.
Do you remember why it was I couldn't marry her?
Aye. Your wife came back.
Aye.
More tea?
No, thank you. Well, now, this other lady, I've offered to marry her now that I can, put right the wrong. But, she won't marry me. Now, what do you think of her now?
Well, you owe her nothing more now.
Aye. You ever hear that story, Miss Templeman?
No, I don't think so.
No. 'Tis not a pretty one. We were intimate, you see. And, well, in a manner of speaking, you understand. She lost her good name over it.
Well, then, she ought to marry you now for her own sake.
That's right. Wouldn't you say so too, Miss Templeman?
Perhaps she sees things in a different light. I don't know, of course.
Of course.
I mean,
Is there anything the matter?
No.
There we are. Some more cakes.
Oh, thank you.
Darling, Lucetta, blood, damn it. Oh, 'twas all Monday morning. I be down. Oh, Christ. Oh, God. Oh.
Good night, then.
Are you going to your room?
Good night, Miss Henchard.
You have my leave. Speak what you like.
You won't laugh.
No, of course not, Donald.
You are sure to be much sought after for your position, wealth, talent, and beauty. But,
Go on.
But will you resist the temptation to be one of those ladies with many admirers, aye, and settle for only a homely one?
And is he the speaker?
Oh, can you doubt it? I am afraid that what I feel here will make me forget my manners.
Then I hope you never have any.
You mean?
Oh, say what you feel. I want you to. I should wish to have my own way in some things.
Oh, in everything? What special thing did you mean?
If I should not wish to live always in Casterbridge, if I shouldn't be happy here.
But aren't you happy here?
Yes, but if...
What's the matter?
Come on.
Bastard!
Hey, Jake.
It's only a drunk. Nothing to worry about. Go on back, Lucetta. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, my love. How can you frighten me so? You've no right to surprise me here at such a time.
I don't know that I have not the right.
What do you want?
You are doing me a great wrong, Lucetta.
Why do you look at me like that?
I have seen what I have seen.
It is too late to call. Too late for propriety. Please, I say it's too late.
Not too late to remind you of a little matter that you seem to have forgot.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, you are.
No. Michael, when we were lovers in Jersey, it was understood that we should marry. And it came to nothing. No, listen to me. It came to nothing, and I was left very unhappy. I also think that you offered to marry me because I'd been so compromised, rather than because you loved me.
You said it!
So why not leave it be? Why not leave me the freedom that I gained in such sorrow? I no longer care for you so deeply.
Why did you come here to fight me, then?
I thought I ought to marry you for conscience sake, even though I...
And why don't you still feel that?
People change. My circumstances have altered. The money has changed the way I look.
I don't want to touch your money. I'm quite prepared for you to use every penny of that property the way you want to. I don't want to touch it.
No, but I've changed.
Been changed, you mean? And by a man who is no better than me.
If you were as good as he is, you'd leave me alone.
Leave you to him, you mean? To him?
He's not shouting.
He'll not have you, he'll not. You cannot refuse me. I'll reveal our intimacy for all to know.
No, you wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't?
Unless you give me a promise this very night to be my wife.
Oh, no, Michael.
Unless you promise me now, here and now in front of a witness. I'll reveal all there is to know about us. In fairness to other men.
Yes, miss. What is it, miss?
Miss Templeman wishes you to fetch Elizabeth Jane from her room.
Yes, sir.
Elizabeth Jane,
Father, what is it?
I want you to hear this.
Father?
Will you or will you not marry me?
If you wish it, I must.
You say yes?
I do.
Lucetta!
Get her some air.
What dreadful thing drives her to say this, Father, when it's such a pain to her?
She'll get over it.
Don't make her do anything against her will. She's not very strong. I know. I've lived with her.
Don't be such a simpleton. This'll leave him free for you, won't it?
Him? Who are you talking about? Nobody. As far as I'm concerned.
My mistake, then. But this business is between Miss Templeman and myself. She has agreed to be my wife, and you are the witness to it, Elizabeth Jane.
Don't dwell on it now, Father. She's not in a fit state.
I don't wish to dwell on it, just as long as she promises.
I have promised.
Just as long as that's agreed.
It is, Father, it is. Help me get Miss Templeman to her feet.
No, I can do it myself.
Leave us, Father. Please leave us now.
Very well. But what's been said's been said. You are to be my wife, Lucetta.
Yes.
Understand it. I'll go to him and ask him to release you.
No.
Miss Templeman.
No, let it be.
Hearing an illegal noise, I went down the street at 25 minutes past 10 p.m. on the night of the 5th instinct, Anno Domini. When I proceeded to the...
Don't go so fast, Casterbridge.
When I had proceeded to the spot, I saw a defendant at another spot, namely the gutter.
Gutter, yes.
She was wambling about, quite dangerous to the thoroughfare, and as I approached to draw near, she committed the nuisance and insulted me.
What did she say?
Said she, "Put away that lantern," said she.
Yes.
Said she, "Dost hear, old termit head? Put away that lantern. I flawed fellers a sight finer looking than a fool like thee, you son of a bee. Me if I ain't," said she.
I'll
didn't. I never did.
And when I apprehended her, she refused to come on along, saying, I'm B, not you. B, D me if I ain't, said she.
We've had enough of them cussed D's and B's. Now speak the words out like a man, Stubbard, or leave it alone. Sir, you any questions to ask this constable? Or anything at all to say to this court? Well?
20 years ago, or thereabout, I was selling a infirmary in a tent at Waden Fair. A man and a woman with a little child came into my tent. They sat down and had a basin apiece. Ah, Lord's my life. I was of a more respectable station in this world then than I am now. I used to season my infirmary with rum for them as asked for it. I did it for the man, and he had more and more. And then he quarrelled with his wife and offered to sell her to the highest bidder. A sailor came in and offered 5 guineas. He paid the money and then led her away. And the man who sold his wife in that fashion is the man sitting there. That man in a great big chair.
We don't want to hear your life and adventures. You've been asked if you've anything to say bearing on the case.
It does bear on the case. It proves that he's no better than me. And there's no right to sit down in judgment on me.
Hold your tongue. 'Tis a concocted story.
No. 'Tis true. 'Tis true as the light. And upon my soul, it does prove that I am no better than she. And to keep out of any temptation to treat her hard for a revenge, I leave it to you.
Aye, this will do him no good.
Please, ma'am, 'tis the story about Mr. Henchard.
What story?
A woman at the court, ma'am, has proved that before he became a gentleman, he sold his wife for 5 guineas in a booth at the fair.
Sold his wife?
And now 'tis said all over town he's heavily in debt, and the bank is pressing in on him to pay up.
Sold his wife?
They say he'll be ruined.